Hi and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to install Microsoft SQL Server on Docker and then start using it with ASP.NET Core projects. So you need to have Docker installed on your system. Then let's Docker pull the Microsoft SQL Server latest 2019 version. Let's copy here and let's go to my Windows terminal or PowerShell or CMD, doesn't matter. And Docker pull, I've done it before, and it's about one and a half gigabytes. So be careful about that. Now that we have our image installed, we can start using it with Docker run. To create a container, you can use Docker run. First, you need to accept the conditions. Then you need to set a password. It must be at least 8 characters long, otherwise your container would crash. Of course, you can change it later. Then you need to set a port. I'm using 1501 and mapping it to 1433, which is a default SQL Server port. And name and hosted. Doesn't really matter, these two, and you can pick any name. Then you need to set the image name here, and then let's enter, and we get the serial number, which indicates that we are up and running with this container. Checking my Docker desktop, I can see the recently created container, which is SQL10. And now I can connect to this database using SQL Server Management Studio. Let's go ahead and do that. Connect database engine. And this is my port. This is the local host port IP and SA for the login. System admin, of course. And this is my password, the one I have just put it here. And let's connect. Okay. There was no problem, and we are using the SQL Server. Next, let's use Code First, Entity Framework, and ASP.NET Core to connect to this database and create a database. There's actually no difference between using a SQL Server on Docker or a standalone version. The only thing that you need to set is the connection string, which is just like this, and user ID and password comes here. And I am having a DB context. It's a very small one. And we're just going to have one table in one database. And I can run update database here. And I'm expecting to see the result in my Management Studio soon. So let's wait to finish. And now we can go back here and refresh databases. So I get my database name and my tables, and obviously my application works perfectly fine. The other important scenario is to restore a database into your Docker container. Usually you would go to databases and restore database, and go to device and add, but the problem is you don't have access to your system hard drives. You are only seeing the container inside, and to restore a database, first you need to copy it from your hard disk into your container. To do that, let's go back to terminal or PowerShell. First, let's Docker container ls to list all the containers, and this is what we need. We need to copy a file from our hard disk to the container, and this serial number is what indicates which container we are going to copy to. And let's Docker cp for copying a file. I have a file in my hard disk on my D drive called a.back, and I'm copying it to this container. But first I need to set the name right. Let's copy this from here and Control V here. So this is the destination container, and now I enter and there was no problem, seems. And now let's go to the root here, and as you can see I have my AdventureWorks DB backup here. This is a demo database that you can download from SQL Server websites. I okay this one, and reallocate and options overwrite if there was any other one, and okay, we are done. Now I can check my databases here, and I can see the database I've just restored, and there are data here. Everything is just the way it should be. If you want to go through this video easier, I have created a gist on my GitHub. This is the first command that I ran, and we got the container up and running. To enter the bash mode, you can use this command. Let's copy and paste. Obviously, I'm using SQL10. And now I can check a database, create a table, or do anything else that I would normally do with the database using SQLcmd. And to use that, we can copy this one here, set a password and run. And so now you can do different things using SQLcmd. To use SQLcmd, we can do something like this. You can go use AdventureWorks LT and go. So we change the current database to this one, and now I can do something like this. Select top 10, first name, last name from sales LT, sale LT, and go for customer and run. I can go, and I think there was a typo here. Let's check it out. Yes, sales LT is what we are looking for. So let's do this and go, and there you get the data. You can create databases, create tables, alter tables, anything you would normally using Management Studio, but in command line. And some people prefer this one, some people use Management Studio, but anyway, both are available. You can use quiet to exit or exit and clear. So you can run the commands again and create another container, but you need to specify different name and host and port. So I can go with 1502, and I can go with SQL 11, just like this, and it would create a new container for me. I can check it here. So you can have multiple SQL servers running in different ports, and this is also good for testing scenarios if you want to see something is working or not. But anyway, you can have as many as SQL Server instances as you want. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. See you soon.